2026 becomes a major year for global megaprojects, showcasing airports, bridges, telescopes, wind farms, and skyscrapers finally reaching completion worldwide. The first project appears in Taiwan, where the impressive Danjing Bridge prepares to open after years of complex engineering. Designed by Zaha Hadid, the bridge spans 920 meters with a 200-meter pylon, becoming the world's longest single-towered cable-stayed bridge. Construction is nearly completed, with the final span installed in September 2025, forming a crucial new connection between Bali and Tam Sui districts. Despite minor delays, the Danjing Bridge is scheduled to officially open in May 2026, significantly improving regional mobility across northern Taiwan. Next emerges the Gordie Howe International Bridge, a 2.5-kilometer mega crossing soon becoming North America's longest cable-stayed bridge. Its towers are shaped like swinging hockey sticks, honoring legendary player Gordie Howe and symbolizing partnership across the United States-Canada border. Once operational, the bridge will connect busy border zones between Detroit and Windsor, relieving pressure from the region's aging and congested infrastructure. The older bridge nears a century of use, offering limited width and difficult access, prompting authorities to construct this modern high-capacity replacement. Construction began in 2018, with the main deck completed in 2024, and full commissioning expected in early 2026 after essential final testing. Heading south, new skyscrapers emerge, starting with the Waterline in Austin, set to become the tallest skyscraper in the state of Texas. The Waterline reaches over 300 meters with 74 floors, offering luxury apartments, office areas, and a hotel near the tower's lower levels. Across Africa, a new tower surpasses Egypt's landmark structures. The Tour F in Ivory Coast becomes the continent's tallest skyscraper. Tour F stands at 421 meters, exceeding Tour D's 120-meter height more than threefold, marking a monumental leap in regional development. Tour F belongs to a modernization plan launched in the 1970s, following earlier towers A, B, C, D, and E constructed progressively over decades. Aviation megaprojects also accelerate, starting with Vietnam's enormous Long Thanh International Airport preparing to open and reshape regional travel. Construction since 2021 brings near-finished terminals, a completed first runway, and calibration flights ensuring systems function properly before next year's full launch. Long Thanh will initially handle 25 million passengers yearly, relieving congestion from Tan Son Nhat International Airport, serving the nation's economic capital. Future phases expand Long Thanh to 100 million passengers annually with 4 terminals and 4 runways, potentially ranking among the world's largest airports. Australia prepares to open Western Sydney International Airport, a transformative project influencing regional growth and long-term urban planning. The terminal's interior uses a timber-inspired canopy, producing a warm, natural atmosphere for travelers while highlighting Zaha Hadid's signature architectural curves. Western Sydney International Airport will guide decades of urban development, with new business districts, transport connections, and communities planned nearby for long-term growth. India's Noida International Airport rises near the capital, with Phase 1 terminals and a single runway already operational. Limited domestic flights are underway to test systems ahead of full rollout in 2026, ensuring passenger safety and efficient operational performance. Once fully complete, Noida International Airport will have 5 runways and handle up to 300 million passengers annually, a massive leap in scale. Bangladesh inaugurates its first nuclear power plant, the Rupur Nuclear Power Plant, set to begin operations in 2026. Rupur will generate 2.4 gigawatts, powering millions of homes while reducing fossil fuel reliance, marking a significant shift in Bangladesh's energy landscape. Construction continues steadily, with system tests underway. The first trial run of the reactors was recently completed to ensure operational reliability. Turkey's Akuyu nuclear power plant uses 4 Russian-made reactors, doubling Bangladesh's capacity with 4.8 gigawatts of clean energy production. The plant will generate roughly 10% of Turkey's annual electricity, involving nearly 2,000 local firms, demonstrating successful localization and massive industrial scale. Saudi Arabia's NEOM green hydrogen project progresses rapidly, aiming to become the world's largest green hydrogen facility with 600 tons per day output. Hydrogen produced will cut emissions across heavy transport and industrial sectors, integrating with Oxagon's next-generation port and one of the largest floating structures globally. In the North Sea, the Dogger Bank wind farm rises as the largest offshore wind project, eventually producing 8.1 gigawatts. Monopiles for initial phases are installed, and some turbines already supply electricity, demonstrating progress towards full completion by 2026. The wind farm totals 377 turbines, placed in relatively shallow water. Specialized ships transport and lift components into position efficiently. Ethiopia inaugurates the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, Africa's largest hydroelectric dam, with 7 of 13 turbines installed as of 2025. By 2026, the dam will be fully operational, generating 15.7 terawatt-hours annually, supplying local needs and enabling regional electricity exports. The UAE's Guggenheim Abu Dhabi delays opening to 2026, hosting contemporary Arab, Islamic, and Middle Eastern art on a new island. This $1 billion museum joins cultural institutions such as Zayed National Museum, the Louvre, and the British Museum in a prestigious district. Astronomy advances with the Extremely Large Telescope, whose main structure is completed by 2026, becoming the world's most powerful optical telescope. The ELT's complex structure balances strength and precision, designed to withstand wind, earthquakes, and heavy mirror mass while delivering ultra-sharp observations. Equipped with an infrared sensor, it observes objects invisible to the naked eye, enabling study of early galaxies, exoplanets, and dark matter mysteries. The Cherenkov Telescope Observatory spans 2 hemispheres, creating the world's largest gamma-ray observatory with over 60 distributed telescopes. Gamma rays, the universe's most energetic light, travel through matter, originating from supernovas, radioactive sources, and cosmic explosions beyond ordinary observation. Unlike single large telescopes, CTAO's network allows simultaneous observation from opposite Earth hemispheres, vastly increasing coverage and sensitivity for high-energy phenomena. In 2026, CTAO's first intermediate array configuration begins, partially operational yet outperforming current gamma-ray observatories, unlocking extreme astrophysical events for scientists. American aviation receives next-generation jets, starting with the Boeing 777X, delayed but expected for first deliveries between 2026 and 2027. The 777X features folding wingtips, allowing gate compatibility despite its enormous wingspan, and is powered by the GE9X engine, achieving improved fuel efficiency. The 777X will become the world's largest advanced twin-engine jet, capable of transporting passengers farther while maintaining environmental and operational efficiency. Meanwhile, the U.S. Air Force introduces the B-21 Raider, replacing older bombers and serving as the backbone for nuclear and conventional missions. The B-21's modular design allows future upgrades, ensuring long-term capability as technologies and weapons systems evolve over its operational lifespan. In New York, the Highmark Stadium rises as a new open-air venue with natural grass, seating 62,000 spectators near the original site.
Construction began in 2023, with the main structure forming quickly. Canopy installation completes while exterior details finalize ahead of 2026 opening. In Barcelona, Camp Nou undergoes full transformation, including a rebuilt third tier, improved seats, parking, and VIP services, increasing capacity to 105,000. Thousands of workers complete a new pitch, upper tiers, and roof. Partial reopening occurred in November 2025, with full reopening targeted for 2026. In France, the Grand Paris Express expands metro networks, adding 4 new lines and extending 2 existing, reshaping the city's urban mobility. Line 18 begins partial operations from Massy-Palaiseau to Christo-Saclay in 2026, while other lines gradually open from 2027 to 2031. More than 20 tunnel boring machines carve hundreds of kilometers of new tunnels simultaneously, making the project Europe's largest urban transport undertaking. This massive expansion transforms Paris's connection with surrounding suburbs, improving transit efficiency and redefining the city's metropolitan landscape for decades to come. In southern Germany, the Stuttgart 21 redevelops the region's rail backbone, converting an old terminus into a sleek underground through station for modern high-speed travel. The Stuttgart 21 rotates the station 90 degrees to accommodate new tracks from east to west, fully modernizing historic infrastructure. Over 50 kilometers of tunnels are being built beneath the city's busiest areas, creating more capacity and smoother high-speed train operations. Massive signature columns support the curved roof, letting natural light flood the platforms and blending historic architecture with modern engineering. The new central station is expected to open by December 2026, with continuous testing of tracks, systems, and signaling throughout the year. While rumors of delays exist, construction is proceeding on schedule, preparing for one of Europe's most advanced underground rail hubs. 2026 continues as a major year for construction, with engineering marvels across continents reshaping cities, transport, and energy landscapes worldwide. Returning to Asia, Taiwan's Danjing Bridge connects communities efficiently, representing decades of ambitious engineering now realized in concrete and steel. The Gordie Howe International Bridge, spanning 2.5 kilometers, symbolizes cross-border cooperation, blending clever hockey stick tower design with modern engineering excellence. Waterline in Austin tops 300 meters, offering residential, office, and hotel spaces, becoming a state landmark in both height and luxury. Tour F in Ivory Coast rises to 421 meters, surpassing all previous buildings, part of long-term modernization of the administrative capital. Long Thong International Airport in Vietnam prepares to serve 25 million passengers initially, reducing congestion at Tan Son Nhut International Airport. Future expansion will handle up to 100 million passengers, featuring 4 runways and terminals, potentially ranking among the world's largest airports. Western Sydney International Airport uses a timber-inspired canopy, highlighting architectural elegance while shaping urban growth and long-term regional development. Noida International Airport Phase 1 is operational, testing limited flights in preparation for full rollout, designed to eventually handle 300 million passengers yearly. Rupur Nuclear Power Plant in Bangladesh generates 2.4 gigawatts, supplying millions of homes and reducing reliance on fossil fuels for electricity production. Turkey's Akuyan nuclear power plant uses 4 reactors, doubling capacity compared to Rupur, demonstrating large-scale energy production and industrial collaboration. Neom Green Hydrogen Project in Saudi Arabia aims to produce 600 tons per day, supporting heavy transport emission reductions within a futuristic industrial zone. Dogger Bank Wind Farm in the North Sea installs 377 turbines, providing 8.1 gigawatts, the largest offshore wind energy project worldwide. Ethiopia's Grand Renaissance Dam will produce 15.7 terawatt-hours annually, powering local grids and exporting electricity across East Africa. Guggenheim Abu Dhabi Museum opens in 2026 on a new island, showcasing contemporary Arab, Islamic, and Middle Eastern art in a cultural hub. Extremely Large Telescope completes its main structure by 2026, becoming the world's most powerful ground-based optical telescope for astronomy research. Infrared sensors enable ELT to observe objects invisible to the naked eye, including distant galaxies, exoplanets, and cosmic phenomena beyond human perception. Cherenkov Telescope Observatory spans Spain and Chile, featuring over 60 telescopes across 2 hemispheres for high-energy gamma-ray detection. Gamma rays, the universe's most energetic light, originate from supernovas, radioactive materials, and extreme cosmic events, passing through almost all matter. In 2026, CTAO's intermediate array configuration begins, partially operational yet outperforming current gamma-ray observatories, unlocking extreme astrophysical discoveries. Boeing 777X deliveries start between 2026 and 2027, featuring folding wingtips for gate compatibility and the powerful, fuel-efficient GE9X engine. The 777X becomes the largest advanced twin-engine commercial jet, enabling longer flights with higher efficiency, maintaining passenger comfort and operational reliability. B-21 Raider, the new U.S. Air Force stealth bomber, enters low-rate production, replacing aging bombers for nuclear and conventional mission readiness. Its modular design allows upgrades and integration of future technologies, ensuring operational relevance for decades despite evolving aviation and military requirements.
New Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York opens in 2026 with natural grass, seating 62,000, modern canopy and spectator facilities near old site. Camp Nou in Barcelona undergoes full renovation, including third-tier rebuild, VIP enhancements, improved viewing angles, parking, reaching 105,000 capacity by 2026. Thousands of workers complete pitch installation and upper tiers. Partial reopening in November 2025 allows preparatory events before full reopening next year. Grand Paris Express expands the metro with 4 new lines and extensions of 2 existing lines, creating Europe's largest urban transport project. Line 18 begins partial operations in 2026, while remaining lines gradually open from 2027 to 2031, transforming metropolitan connectivity across Paris and its suburbs. Over 20 tunnel-boring machines simultaneously carve hundreds of kilometers of new metro tunnels, reshaping the city's underground infrastructure efficiently. Stuttgart 21 rotates its old terminus 90 degrees to build new east-to-west tracks, adding underground tunnels and expanding high-speed rail capacity. Over 50 kilometers of tunnels and massive curved roof columns integrate natural light for passengers, enhancing passenger experience while modernizing a historic German station. The new central station is expected to open by December 2026, with testing of tracks, signaling, and systems throughout the year. Global megaprojects in 2026 showcase engineering feats in energy, aviation, transport, and architecture, demonstrating human innovation and ambition across continents. From Taiwan to Africa, the Middle East, Europe, and the Americas, megaprojects redefine cities, energy, and travel infrastructure, inspiring the next generation worldwide. The Danjiang Bridge in Taiwan opens in May 2026, connecting Bali and Tamsui, enhancing transport efficiency and becoming a critical infrastructure landmark.
Construction of the Gordie Howe International Bridge, spanning 2.5 kilometers, nears completion, featuring towers shaped like hockey sticks, honoring Gordie Howe. This bridge connects Detroit and Windsor, replacing nearly 100-year-old infrastructure, improving cross-border traffic flow, and serving as a modern engineering marvel. Construction of the main deck completed in 2024, delays shifted opening from 2024 and 2025 to early 2026, now ready for traffic. Waterline skyscraper in Austin, Texas, rises to 74 stories, blending apartments, offices, and luxury hotel spaces, becoming the officially tallest state building. Tour F in Ivory Coast reaches 421 meters, part of long-term administrative capital modernization, exceeding previous tallest towers A through E by more than threefold. Long Thong International Airport prepares for initial passenger service of 25 million per year, alleviating congestion at Ho Chi Minh City's Tan Son Nhat Airport. Future expansion scales capacity to 100 million passengers annually, featuring 4 runways and terminals, potentially ranking as one of the largest airports worldwide. Western Sydney International Airport's timber-inspired canopy blends modern aesthetics with functionality, supporting long-term urban growth and shaping surrounding communities. Noida International Airport's Phase 1 terminals and runway are operational, performing test flights in preparation for full 2026 rollout, with massive future expansion planned. Rupur Nuclear Power Plant in Bangladesh reaches trial reactor operation, steadily progressing toward 2.4 gigawatt capacity and energy independence from millions of homes. Akkuyu Nuclear Power Plant in Turkey uses 4 Russian-made reactors, producing 4.8 gigawatts, contributing around 10% of Turkey's total electricity consumption annually. NEOM Green Hydrogen Project in Saudi Arabia produces 600 tons daily, integrating renewable energy from 4 gigawatts solar and wind capacity across Oxagon Industrial Zone. Dogger Bank Wind Farm in the North Sea continues turbine installation, with 377 turbines producing 8.1 gigawatts, becoming the largest offshore wind energy project. Ethiopia's Grand Renaissance Dam becomes fully operational in 2026, generating 15.7 terawatt-hours annually and exporting surplus electricity across the East African region. Guggenheim Abu Dhabi Museum opens in 2026, hosting contemporary Arab, Islamic, and Middle Eastern art on a new island near the city's downtown. Extremely Large Telescope finalizes its construction in Chile, becoming the world's largest optical telescope with strong, precise, earthquake-resistant structure. Cherenkov Telescope Array Observatory operates across Spain and Chile, detecting high-energy gamma rays, studying black holes, neutron stars, and extreme cosmic events. Boeing 777X prepares for first deliveries, featuring folding wingtips and GE9X engines, ensuring gate compatibility and up to 10% fuel efficiency improvement. B-21 Raider stealth bomber enters production, with modular systems allowing upgrades and long-term operational relevance for nuclear and conventional strike missions. Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park nears completion, featuring open-air natural grass, seating for 62,000 spectators, and a modern canopy for improved fan experience. Camp Nou in Barcelona undergoes extensive renovation, upgrading seating, parking, and VIP services, expanding total capacity from 99,000 to 105,000 by 2026. Partial reopening occurred in November 2025, allowing events to test infrastructure, while full reopening and final operations are planned for 2026. Grand Paris Express expands the Paris Metro with 4 new lines and extensions of 2 existing lines, creating Europe's largest urban transport project. Line 18 begins partial operations in 2026, while remaining lines gradually open from 2027 to 2031, transforming metropolitan connectivity across Paris and its suburbs. Over 20 tunnel-boring machines simultaneously carve hundreds of kilometers of new metro tunnels, reshaping the city's underground infrastructure efficiently. Stuttgart 21 rotates its old terminus 90 degrees to build new east-to-west tracks, adding underground tunnels and expanding high-speed rail capacity. Massive curved roof columns support natural light for platforms, combining historic architecture with modern design, enhancing passenger experience and operational efficiency. The central station is expected to open December 2026, with continuous testing of tracks, signaling, and systems throughout the year. Taiwan's Danjiang Bridge opens, connecting Bali and Tamsui, completing decades-long engineering dream with its record-breaking single 200-meter cable-stayed span. Gordie Ho International Bridge spans 2.5 kilometers, featuring towers inspired by hockey sticks, honoring Gordie Ho, replacing century-old infrastructure. Waterline skyscraper in Austin, Texas, tops out at 74 stories, hosting apartments, offices, and luxury hotel spaces, becoming the tallest building in the state. Tour F in Ivory Coast reaches 421 meters, part of long-term administrative capital modernization, exceeding previous tallest towers A through E by more than threefold. Long Thong International Airport prepares for initial passenger service of 25 million per year, alleviating congestion at Ho Chi Minh City's Tan Son Nhut Airport.
Future expansion will handle up to 100 million passengers with 4 terminals and runways, potentially ranking among the world's largest airports by size. Western Sydney International Airport features timber-inspired canopy design, blending modern architecture with functional aesthetics, shaping urban development for decades. Noida International Airport Phase 1 terminals and runway are operational, testing domestic flights in preparation for 2026 full rollout with massive expansion plans. Rupur Nuclear Power Plant in Bangladesh reaches trial operations, progressing toward 2.4 gigawatt capacity, supplying energy for millions of homes while reducing fossil fuel dependence. Turkey's Akku nuclear power plant uses 4 reactors, producing 4.8 gigawatts, representing a major energy milestone and industrial collaboration between nations. NEOM Green Hydrogen Project in Saudi Arabia produces 600 tons per day, integrating renewable energy from wind and solar across Oxagon Industrial Zone. Dogger Bank Wind Farm rises in the North Sea, installing 377 turbines, producing 8.1 gigawatts, becoming the world's largest offshore renewable energy project. Some turbines already generate electricity for the grid, while installation continues using specialized vessels and cranes capable of handling massive components. Dogger Bank and Sofia phases are expected to complete in 2026, delivering renewable power to millions and advancing Europe's clean energy infrastructure. Ethiopia inaugurates the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, the continent's largest and most powerful, with 7 turbines operational by 2025, fully online in 2026. The dam will generate 15.7 terawatt-hours annually, powering local communities and exporting surplus electricity across East Africa, boosting regional development. Guggenheim Abu Dhabi Museum opens in 2026 on a new island, showcasing contemporary Arab, Islamic, and Middle Eastern art in a cultural hub. It joins other prestigious institutions in Abu Dhabi's cultural district, including Louvre Abu Dhabi, Zayed National Museum, and international art collections. Extremely Large Telescope completes construction in Chile, becoming the world's largest optical telescope with precision structure capable of withstanding wind and earthquakes. Infrared sensors allow ELT to observe distant galaxies, exoplanets, and cosmic phenomena invisible to the naked eye, enabling groundbreaking astronomical research. Cherenkov Telescope Observatory spans Spain and Chile, operating over 60 telescopes to detect gamma rays from high-energy cosmic explosions.
Gamma rays, the universe's most energetic light, reveal supernovas, radioactive materials, and cosmic events invisible to ordinary optical instruments. In 2026, CTAO's intermediate array partially operates, outperforming existing gamma-ray observatories, unlocking new insights into black holes, dark matter, and extreme cosmic phenomena. Boeing 777X prepares for first deliveries in 2027-2028, featuring folding wingtips and GE9X engines for increased efficiency and airport gate compatibility. The 777X becomes the largest twin-engined commercial jet, flying farther with improved fuel efficiency while maintaining passenger comfort and operational reliability. B-21 Raider stealth bomber enters production, modular design allowing future upgrades, ensuring long-term relevance for nuclear and conventional missions. Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park and Camp Nou in Barcelona complete renovations, enhancing capacity, fan experience, and modern infrastructure for 2026 sporting events. Grand Paris Express and Stuttgart 21 transform urban transport in Europe, introducing new metro lines, underground tunnels, and high-speed rail stations for efficiency. Taiwan, Detroit-Windsor, Texas, Ivory Coast, Vietnam, Australia, India, Bangladesh, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, North Sea, Ethiopia, and Abu Dhabi megaprojects highlight global engineering achievements. These megaprojects showcase innovation across energy, transport, architecture, and science, redefining urban landscapes, infrastructure, and renewable energy usage worldwide by 2026. From bridges to telescopes, nuclear plants, airports, and stadiums, 2026 celebrates decades of planning, ambition, and engineering, inspiring the next generation globally.